Hey, this is Alan Cowgill, the guy that teaches folks how to use and get private money. I am excited to tell you that the Broward and Miami-Dade REIAs have asked me to come back and do a Saturday workshop. This is where you get hands-on training on how to get private money, how to attract and convert people into private money lenders. I'm going to show you how I use private money. In fact, here's an example right here. This home here was, a lady called me up. She says, "Are you one of the We Buy Houses guys?" Kind of laughed. I said, "Yeah, I am." She said, "Well, I bought this house 9 months ago and I never made the first payment. For some reason, the bank wants it back." Yeah. Well, she said, "I've talked to the bank, and for pennies on what I paid for it, they will sell this property if you can buy it by the end of the month." The end of the month was 5 days away. And because I've got private money in a phone call away, I can do that. So checked out the property. By Friday, I owned the property of the same week. And I walked away with $17,045 that day. And then when I sold the property, a couple years later, overall, I had made $31,945 on the deal. And landlords, I'm going to show you a cookie cutter here. You buy with private money, you fix it with private money, you refinance it either with another private lender that'll do monthly payments or with a lending institutions, and then you rent it and do it again. How many lenders do you need on that one? Just one, right? And do it over and over again. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, "Alan, why would somebody loan me money? I burnt their garage down when I was a kid, you know." Well, look, you grew up, things change, and actually a lender needs you worse than you need them. All you need to do is use my techniques to go out and ask people for private money, and you can change your world. Look, you're doing them a favor. You're not begging for money. Ask them where else can they get 8% secured by a mortgage. They will jump for joy. Go out and look at what CDs are paying right now. And that's what they're getting. All they have to do is write you a check and sit back and wait for a bigger check. It's the American dream to these people. Imagine that you no longer will be personally begging for money yourself. You will have people begging you to take their money. That's what happened to me. The benefits of private lenders is unlimited funds. Think about that. Speed to buy. I can get an offer accepted on Monday, own the property on a Friday. Cash flow, because I always borrow extra. That $17,000 that I just showed you, that was contingency money, where I borrow extra in case I have a problem with the property. There's no monthly payments if you structure it the way I teach you, and you get to make the rules. The benefits continues. There's no credit checks. They don't check your credit. It saves you money. It makes more money. It's flexible. I pay my lenders on the 15th of the month. Why? Because tenants pay late many times. Then you do deals you couldn't do any other way. There's more benefits. You get some of your profit when you buy. It's cheaper than having a partner. And you fund the purchase of defaulted paper that way if you so desire. And you got two streams of income. One is your real estate business. The other one is you could become a money lender. It's the best, easiest, cheapest, and safest way to fund your deals, in my opinion. It puts you in control of your financing. If that's the only thing of what I teach does for you in getting private money, that is enough to embrace getting private money in your real estate business. That right there. But the list goes on. It fits with all types of real estate deals. You do deals that banks and hard money lenders will refuse. It gives you the ability to pool funds and amass millions of dollars and no monthly payments. It's the easiest because it's not a lot of work. You learn my techniques one time and use them for a lifetime. Funds show up with just a phone call. It's just like ordering pizza, folks. Imagine that. And you got an army of lenders begging you to take your money, and you are no longer begging for money. It's the cheapest way because you avoid hard money lender fees, padded fees that they toss on top. You buy a property at a discount because cash is king, and you'll be able to close on deals because the most expensive funding you will ever have is when you can't close. Imagine getting all the way to the closing table with a realtor and you back out because you don't have the funds. I never, ever want that to happen to you. And private money affords you the opportunity to go out and amass money just a phone call away. And on this list, it's the safest because you can quit your job and still run your business. You got poor credit, you can still run your business. You borrow extra so you don't run out of cash, and you avoid the embarrassment of losing a great deal because you can't close. Can you see that private lenders allow you to take your business to any level that you so desire? I believe it's important to take a realistic look at your current funding options. Banks. If you can get a loan today, there's no guarantee that they're going to loan you money tomorrow. I've heard of banks stopping the closing the day before you're going to close. You are not in control. Hard money lenders, I'd rather have you be the hard money lender. They are incredibly expensive, and you know that. And there's only one exit strategy. You got to get rid of the property. Either refinance it that way or get rid of it. You're just not in control. How about a line of credit? You're limited to the number of dollars loaned to you, and they can jerk that credit line at any time. So they're in control, not you. And creative financing, you might wonder why I have that on there. Because so many of us go out and do deals when we're starting out, but you don't have the funds to do a deal. If somebody wants walking money or you need rehab money and you have to walk and you lose maybe the deal of the century, you lose out on some of the best deals. Here again, you're not in control unless you got funds to do the deal. Wholesale, only you can lose your earnest money on the deal. I show you how to do it with a safety net of having private lenders, and I will teach that in the workshop. Your cash, well, you're limited to the number of deals on how much cash you got. And you could lose out on some of the best deals because you don't have enough funding. When you get to the meeting, I've got an ebook that I sell on Amazon, and I'm going to give you a bribe on something that you should walk across broken glass to get to is this meeting. I'm going to give you the book, the ebook, and it's incredible. It's how to get the money you need to buy property. It's Saturday, September the 7th, from 9 to 3. You want to get there 8:30 or so, get signed in, get a seat, and I'll come up and start teaching and training at 9 o'clock. One of the beautiful things about this workshop, in fact, there's a number of them. One is that I will teach the SEC rules for your state. I hired an SEC attorney to research every state, and right after lunch, I will teach you the rules so that you'll know what's allowed within your state. Number two, minute for minute, I am told that I deliver as much or more information than any other trainer out there. And the third item I like to talk about is I will answer your questions and won't leave the room until I get them answered. I'm going to ask your REIA to give me a chair that I can sit down on periodically and kick back and let you start asking questions to me, and I will answer them until they start to die down, and then I'll start to teach again. So think about that. Think about getting that kind of training, that kind of advice, that kind of one-on-one question answering that will make you a better real estate investor. Join me Saturday, September the 7th, 9 to 3. Be there. It's all about money. One of the top items you need to get out and do real estate deals to your wealth.